Welcome back to the second week of the Regional Sports Network National Hockey League Daycare League. This week, we got two networks still with perfect records, dropping from 4, and other networks have drastically improved their records, which means there's a new worst performing network now. Plenty of games were played on some days, while other days, including the last 2 days, only had a game or two played. As many games as there were on some days last week. That doesn't talk the frozen frenzy happening on the first day of week 3, so make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the results of all of those games. Let's get to the score results. Starting on the 17th, Bally got 4 points when the Kings beat the Jets and the Wild beat the Habs. NBC also got 2 points when the Flyers beat the Canucks. MSG and Bally got a point each when the Sabres beat the Lightning in overtime on ESPN, and Bally got another point, while Scripps got 2 points when the Knights beat the Stars in overtime regionally. MSG got a pair of points when the Islanders beat the Yotes. Sportsnet got their pair when the Oilers beat the Preds, and Bally got their final pair of points when the Canes beat the Sharks. Altitude only got a single point when the Avs beat the Kraken on SN. Both games aired on the 18th or national in at least one country, so TSN earned a point when the Sens beat the Caps nationally in Canada, and Bally also earned a point when the Red Wings beat the Pens on TNT. On the 19th, NESN earned a pair of points when the Bruins beat the Sharks. Scripps earned a pair when the Knights beat the Jets, and Sportsnet earned their pair when the Flames beat the Sabres. Bally earned 6 whole points when the Panthers beat the Leafs, the Rangers beat the Preds, and the Lightning beat the Canucks, but didn't earn any points when the Kings beat the Wild and the Stars beat the Ducks, because both games were just them playing against themselves. The Leafs loss was the first game they played regionally, and it was on TSN, so that lowers TSN's winning percentage a little bit. NBC and Altitude each earned a point when the Flyers beat the Oilers on SN+, and the Avs beat the Blackhawks on regular SN. Scripps and Root each earned a pair when the Yotes beat the Blues, and the Kraken finally earned their first win by beating the Canes. On the 20th, MSG let their Inner Devils win and destroy a couple of islands they already own, which means they earned no points. Bally got 2 points instead when the Blue Jackets beat the Flames. The 21st had so many games it might as well be the Frozen Frenzy, but alas, it is not. NESN earned a pair of points when the Bruins beat the Kings. Bally earned a pair when the Red Wings beat the Sens and won their first game that counted, and Scripps earned their pair when the Yotes beat the Ducks. MSG earned no points when the Sabres beat the Islanders, and Sportsnet earned just 1 when the Canucks beat the Panthers nationally in Canada. Scripps earned another pair when the Knights beat the Blackhawks. Bally earned 4 points resulting from the Blue Jackets beating the Wild. It didn't earn them any points, the Preds beating the Sharks and the Blues beating the Pens. Altitude and MSG earned 4 points total when the Avs beat the Canes and the Rangers beat the Kraken. Now on to the slew of overtime games. TSN and Sportsnet earned a point each when the Jets beat the Oilers in overtime nationally. TSN earned another point, while Monumental got their single point when the Habs beat the Caps nationally in Canada. Bally and Sportsnet earned their point each when the Leafs beat the Lightning in overtime nationally in Canada, and finally, Bally earned 2 more points, and NBC got 1 when the Stars beat the Flyers in overtime regionally. Phew. That day is done. Now on to the 22nd, where Bally and NESN earned a pair of points each when the Red Wings beat the Flames and the Bruins beat the Ducks. The only point earned on the 23rd belongs to TSN when the Habs beat the Sabres nationally in Canada. Bally still leads in points with 38, especially having more than double of Scripps' points of 17. TSN has 12, Sportsnet has 11, and NBC miraculously has 10. You'll see why in a bit. MSG and NESN are tied at 9, Altitude has 7, and the Samtang Bowl consists of Sportsnet, Pittsburgh, Root, and Monumental, all tied at 3. SNP has been stuck with 3 points for a while, actually. Flipping over to the winning percentage edition of the standings, NESN with 4-1 games and Altitude with 2-1 games, but 5 games total, which keep their perfect record up till this week to keep their playoff eligible spots. At the same time, the other two have been overtaken by Scripps, whose skill perfect nights and improving Yotes rose them to a record of 8-2-0-1 and a percentage of .800, and Bally, whose more complicated and bigger but less impressive record of 17-15-1-23 improved them to .530. They have already played over 50 games and it's only the end of the second week. Lingering behind the playoff-eligible teams is Sportsnet Pittsburgh with a balanced record of 1-1-0-3 and a percentage of .500, exactly half of their perfect percentage from last week, but somehow still good enough to directly overtake a playoff spot soon. Over 100 under 500, MSG has gone 3-5-1-10 for a percentage of .388. Root and TSN are surprisingly tied at .375, as Roots has gone 1-2-1-2 and TSN went 3-5-0-8. Sportsnet decided to go 2-4-1-9 and flip the numbers to .357. We all knew Monumental's perfect percentage couldn't last thanks to the big and mega capitals, so they went 1-2-0-1 and now have a percentage of .333. NBC now actually holds last place thanks to their McCord Dolly grab teams, the only kind of teams they have right now, who in total have won 3-8-1-4 for a set percentage of .291. The Frozen Frenzy is here with all teams and networks except for NESN and Monumental broadcasting on the same night, and we will cover that next week. Even more exciting, the NBA also starts today, which means we will open up the RSN NBA Daycare League with mostly the same set of rules but with different networks, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to catch both week 3 of the RSN NHL Daycare League and the first week of the RSN NBA Daycare League. Have a nice day and see you next week.